Pod Chef. Pod Chef. You're listening to Pod Chef. When I say pod, y'all say chef. Pod Chef. You're listening to Pod Chef. That's a podcast about Top Chef, and that's a broadcast. It's on TV, and you can watch it. They got 22 seasons, that's a lot, kid. But you can skip those. We do recaps about the whole show, talking food, yo, and some other stuff. Yeah. You're now listening to Pod Chef, the official podcast of the TV show Top Chef, with your hosts, Jamal, Bryan, and Reaves. And I only said their first names because I don't know everyone's last names, and I'm trying to be polite. Now enjoy the show.
Welcome to Pod Chef, the official Top Chef podcast. I'm your host, Jamal. With me, as always, is my co-host, Reaves. Say what's up.
What's up, people? We are back. We're back to do the cooking show. We're here. We're always here. We appreciate you. We love you. We're in love with you. And we're always here to help.
And before we get into this big deal episode, is your co-host here?
Let me check in.
Bryan?
Mm.
Okay. I know that he's probably showing up because it is a big deal episode, especially for yours truly. So I know my good friend wants to be here.
Yeah.
You know,
I can't.
Doesn't have something else planned for this episode because this episode's kind of important to me.
Yeah, and he knew that. So I can't imagine he would miss the most important episode of the year for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
And us, too. Yeah.
So I'll just come out with it. It's my birthday. It's my birthday episode.
Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you.
To you. Change it a little bit.
Yeah, I like that.
To come for us.
Nope.
Yeah.
No. So, and just do that part right there. And don't do the whole thing. Just leave it right there. That's good. And now, Bryan, if you'd like to go, we'll leave space for you to kind of do it while you're listening. And then he's doing it. Carrie's looking at him like he's weird. Okay. All right. Thank you, Bryan. So yeah, I'm a person who I like to think I show up for my friends on their birthday. Mm-hmm. And I thank you for showing up here for the birthday recording for me. It's a big birthday. I turn a very special age.
Yes. And let's not give it away because the gentleman never, podcasts and tells.
Never P&Ts.
But let me tell you, fans, there is 2 digits involved here.
There's 2 digits involved, and I'm not going to tell you which ones. Mm-hmm. You'll have to figure it out yourself. But it's a birthday involving 2 digits, which means it's 2 candles. Because I just like those number candles. I don't like when people put as many candles as your age on the cake. Because then once you blow it out and you take the candles out, it's all these holes in the cake.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are all these potholes?
I don't want potholes. I can't drive over my cake. That's the first thing I want to do is take my nice Corvette and drive over my smooth cake. But there's potholes there? Blowing out a tire. Yeah, putting all of the candles on when you get up in age like us.
Yeah, you get up in age, yeah.
It's a job, and you really have to time it out because, you're at a party, you're the person in charge of the cake, and you're like, okay, it's cake time. Then you go over, and you're like, okay, I got to put on these candles. 1, 2.
1, 2, 3,
4.
Ow!
Burn myself. Got to start over. 1, 2. Oh, keep poking myself. So you keep starting over, and you're going all the way up. Way up there. You're getting new packs and stuff like that. Everyone's sitting at the table. Conversation
the first
has
candles
dried
have melted
up.
all the way down. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because you're lighting them as you're putting them in. You're not putting them all in at once and then lighting them all at once. You're lighting and then moving on. So that's a good point. They melt down.
They melt all the way down. Now the cake also has candle wax on top of the icing. It's just the whole thing. And then, the pressure to blow out like 40 candles or something. I don't know. That's just a random number I picked. But the pressure to blow out that many candles is like, the rules. If you don't blow out the candles in one go, you don't get your wish.
Yeah. Your wish
and I wish
is
for the
completely,
same thing.
Which is,
reparations.
And that's not a joke.
That's not a joke. That's what I wish for every year.
You think that's a joke, listeners? Freaking call the Atlantic, okay? It's not a joke.
It's not a joke. And I know you're thinking, well, you said it out loud, so it's not going to happen. Well, it wasn't happening already. So what's the harm now? So that's what I wish for. And then when you hand me that many candles, I always get nervous because it's like, well, now I've got too much pressure on myself because I know what my wish is and no one else here does.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then so you get in your head, you start blowing. Yeah. You realize you're nowhere near the cake. You're blowing at your friend next to you. That person does not have glasses on, so they got no filter. And then all of a sudden they're like kind of blinded temporarily.
Yeah.
And then the cake is like kind of falling also because you moved and you kind of like put it off kilter.
Yeah. Someone's trying to run and put it in front of my face because they see me blowing. And then I only get a sparse scattering of candles that get blown out. And then everyone's looking at me like, oh, no, I hope he didn't ask for reparations.
And those are
for all of us.
The white people saying that.
Yeah. Because how else do you think we're going to fund that? Right? And that's the thing that's never talked about. That's who's going to fund it. You're going to have to fund it.
Yeah.
Because you can't ask my people to do it.
I'm going to throw this out there, and I don't want to put too much pressure on your white friends. I am one of them. But are they purposely trying to make it so you don't get your wish and that your candle blowout experience is not perfect, where a wish could be created because they don't want to pay for it?
I never thought about it like that.
And I'm just coming up with that now. So it's not me, it's them.
Yeah. I've never thought that could be the case because I've only ever hung out with, the world's greatest people who happen to be white. Like, they're the nicest people. They care so much about every issue that's ever existed while simultaneously never contradicting themselves. So when you mention it like that, I'm like, is that even possible that could be a reason why? Like, can that actually be real?
Well,
and I would love to leave space for Bryan to chime in here. And he's chiming in. And then, okay.
And I know I'm probably not supposed to talk about this, but I do have to let you know, and our other listeners of color out there, that when we whites go to a birthday party of someone who's a person of color, we often get together ahead of time and talk through, like, how do we make sure this wish doesn't happen? So we don't have to pay for something later. Like, what do we need to do? Does someone need to knock over a cake?
A glass of water?
Glass of water.
Do we happened need 2 birthdays ago.
Oh, gosh. Did that really happen? You got water all over your cake? Soggy cake?
Yeah. They were about to bring out the cake and then say happy birthday. The whole kitchen was dark, but then it lit up with all the candles. And I said, uh-oh, I know what's coming. And they said, happy birthday. And as soon as I was about to get my wind going, someone dropped a glass on the floor. And then it was like, forget his birthday. Everyone, watch your feet. Watch the glass. Don't step on everyone. You have no socks on, no shoes on. Step away from everyone was so concerned about feet all of a sudden. And I'm like,
Oh, God. We've activated them.
Yeah, my cake is getting melted right now. No one cares about that. You guys stopped first bar into the song.
Well, I don't want to put this blame all on you. I know that's wrong to do, but I do want to say that maybe you should stop inviting so many members of the Foot Clan to fill out your birthday parties. Because if there is something that could potentially involve feet, they're the first ones going to be like, watch your feet. Watch your feet, everyone. Hey, who needs their feet watched? Do you need me to watch your feet for you? Hey, let's take a good 15 minutes to watch our feet. Well, I'll watch your feet. You don't need to watch my feet. I got a thing with my feet. They're not great.
I mean, you make a fair point. I should stop inviting them, but they do show up. Like, they're the ones I know who will show up, and I don't want to be. There's nothing sadder than having a birthday party where you tell a whole bunch of people, and then the day of the party comes and you just start seeing, okay, let me look at this RSVP list. All right, I sent it out to like 60 people. Let me see here. There's 1, 2, 3. Did the app stop counting? So let me see. Let me count this again. 60 people invited. So 1, 2, 3 yeses.
Okay.
37 maybes.
Did not respond.
10 did not respond. 10 others said no flat out. Okay.
That's tough. I don't know if there's already stand-up jokes about this kind of thing, but if you are the type of person that will say no flat out to an Evite, what is wrong with you? Come to a birthday party? You just don't respond.
I want to invite you onto the podcast to talk to us, walk us through your process, walk us through what you view life to be, because your friend wanted you to come to their birthday party and you flat out said no.
Yeah. And then we need one of those polls that come up afterwards of like, not satisfied, too expensive. We'll come back and
Had
do the
better
birthday
plans.
another time. Have better plans or other. And the other ones, those are tough, but if you select other and then you leave that comments box blank, man, I'm stressing.
Yeah. I love a survey that when you do select other, it goes, can't leave this blank. Gotta tell me something. Can't
Field
just
required.
say other. Yeah. Can't hit submit yet. That button's grayed out until you type something in here. And I'm like, oh, God. Now I gotta type N/A. My classic excuse. What was the other reason? Not. Negroes allowed.
We need to get an NA button. The amount of times I gotta write NA computer so often, I just need an NA button.
Yeah.
Or
why is that not a button on the keyboard?
I mean, the N and the A, I'm looking at it right now, and this is really good content. They are, everyone at home, take out your computer. I know you're all listening on your computer. So just look down at the computer.
Look down.
Well, that's a good point. Take it out. I know you're listening on your computer. Take it out from under your desk.
Take it out. Take it out from where you have it and look at it.
For those of you that are face down on a pillow, listening to this,
smothering yourself, listening to this,
take out the computer.
At least take out your computer while you're smothering yourself.
Second thing you got to take out, measuring tape. And you got to measure how far this N and this A are from each other.
Yeah.
This far.
I'm doing the measurement with my pinky and my thumb, and I'm like, it's not that far. Just combine them.
Just smash them together. I'm using it so much.
What is this symbol above the tab on the far left? I'm never hitting that button. Why don't we make this button an NA?
Why can't it be an NA?
These surveys.
I will squiggly line. How often am I saying roughly?
Yeah. Who's hitting this button?
Well, I mean, yeah. What am I saying? Oh, yeah. Roughly 60 people came to my birthday party last night. Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. I'm not saying that. I'm doing exact numbers.
This is good. I think we could really stretch this out over an entire season of Pod Chef where we go button by button and examine a
Just redo this keyboard. Because no one's examining this thing. QWERTY.
Come on.
I got a QWERTY for you.
Get that.
All right, so like I was
here.
saying, it's my birthday. And please, no gifts. No gifts. I don't want any gifts. Did you bring a gift?
Of course.
Okay. I'll open it off mic. And then Bryan, if you're listening, you can just Bryan actually did get me a gift though. You got
this is for you.
Oh my God, I've been looking for that.
This is
I've been looking I've been looking for a plant. I've been looking for a fake plant.
Yeah.
I'm trying to trick the bugs. I'm trying to trick the bugs in my place to make them think they found a new home.
You need a decoy plant.
Yeah.
And then you just lather it with poison.
Yeah, that's what I do. It's a decoy plant. It took a dip in borax. So that's what I've got. I've been looking. So that plant looks like it holds a lot of borax. So that's what I'd love to. Thank you so much. That's exactly what I've been looking for. And so that's how you know you're getting old, folks, when your friends start buying you decoy plants.
There's a reason they call it plants. Should we go on to Chef's I Prepare For You?
Yeah, sure. Let's go on to Chef's I Prepare For You. This is a segment we do every week where we talk about what we had for dinner last night and only last night. And we present it as if we're presenting it to the judges on Top Chef. There will be a winner chosen at the end after we do picking. Okay. Chefs, I prepared for you. Last night I still had my curry rice. I had ground beef and I had sauteed spinach because I ran out of the kale.
Okay.
And that was my din-din.
What was the protein again?
And ground beef.
Ground beef, okay.
And I was excuse me. Thought I was gonna sneeze.
God bless.
I also turned down an offer of a Good Company donut coffee cake mini donut. And I said, no, it's not time. It's too late. It's too late in the day for a donut. And I am so proud of myself for putting my foot down.
Damn, dude, that takes a lot of restraint. A donut? Someone's offering me a donut?
Yeah.
I think someone could wake me up in the middle of the night and say, hey, do you want a donut? I'd be like, yes. I'd eat it as I was falling back asleep.
Just putting it in your mouth while you're waking up.
That's discipline, baby. What did you saute the ground beef with?
Just some minced garlic and what is it? Salt and black pepper. I didn't season the beef because the other two items are so seasoned. So the curry rice and the garlic spinach was seasoned enough. I didn't want to be competing in the bowl because your boy made one of them basic boy bowls.
Ooh boy, but that's gonna fill you up. It's gonna keep you healthy.
Basic nutrition. Monster. I don't know what the next word would be for that, but it's basic nutrition. And man, does it fill you up and make you feel good.
I'm sure I've asked you this before, but your rice, what is your process for cooking your rice?
Okay. And I'm so happy you asked.
I'm interested in this kind of stuff. I'm changing mine every single time, so I'm interested.
So now I do get, first, I think this is the first time their name's going to be dropped on the podcast. I do get heckles from Marcy about how I make my rice. But I wash it 5 times.
That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to wash it, try it out.
You're supposed to wash it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't try it out.
You don't try it?
I wash it. I wash it. Rinse it. Stir it around with my hand. to get all the water dirty, throw it out. Rinse it, fill it up again, stir it on my hand, throw it out. And I do that 5 times to remove as much starch as possible. And then we'll put in, so this is how I made my curry spice rice. We take half an onion, dice that bad boy up, put it in the pan, olive oil, pinch of salt, because you're going to add salt later. Pinch of salt. Sweat them bad boys out. You don't want them to get black or brown. You just want them to sweat out, change color a little bit, kind of turn translucent on your ass. Oh, yeah. And then you take the rice, and I made basmati rice this time. You take the basmati, you put it in the pan as well. You put some butter in there. Put a tablespoon of butter in there. Then you take all your spices. That's when I put all my spices in. And you toast it all in the butter. And
so this is in the pan. You don't have any kind of like liquid, like stock or water at this point. You're toasting it.
Not yet.
And
I'm toasting.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Toasting. We're toasting. I feel like it adds a better flavor. Toasting. And then once I've toasted it for like 5 minutes, then I go in with my 3 cups of water and my better bouillon, either chicken or beef. And then I go in with another, you're not going to believe this, another tablespoon of butter. You let it melt and you let it come to boil. Let it come to boil. Once it starts boiling, put that pot on, that top on, turn it down low. Let it finish. Let it do its thing for a while. Let it simmer for a while.
I can't believe that someone that viewed you do that would say that is unusual.
Yeah.
That's just flavor, baby. You're making flavor.
And this person, when she has a bite, you know what the first word is? Oh my God, it's so good. There's so much flavor. It's so tasty, so yummy.
Trust the process.
Yeah. And I go, yeah, it is, isn't it? Remember when you were making jokes earlier? And I had to have the resilience to push past that. Thank God for me. Because if I didn't, no one would be eating tonight.
But I am a resilient person. I've survived
many
birthdays.
Yeah.
Of not getting my wish.
Of not getting the wish that affects a lot of people.
Yeah. Chefs, I prepared for you pork tamales.
Yes.
This is homemade.
Through it.
I'm pretty sure I have talked through these at some point in the podcast. I
think you have once.
Yeah. I don't know if I've ever been able to time it perfectly with an episode where it is for Chefs I Prepare For You or not. But I use banana leaves. Don't come at me, people. In Guatemala, that is traditional. Use banana leaves versus corn husks. So I use those.
Hold on a second. People would come at you for that?
There's a lot of traditionalists with tamales. So,
okay.
But I've tried with the corn husk. It's fine. I don't have anything against it. I'm just more used to the banana leaf. And I want to do that personally. I think it's also easier. In my opinion, I just maybe don't have enough reps, but it's easier for me to scrape the masa on a banana leaf versus a corn husk. The filling, pork shoulder, I think it's 2 pounds of pork shoulder and then 1 pound of pork belly to keep it nice and moist.
Yeah.
And I make a sauce that is a bunch of chilies. I'll give a shout out to Rick Martinez, the chef. He does a lot of stuff for Bon Appetit and for New York Times, all that kind of stuff. And his recipe I've followed for many years on top of like some additions that I made on my own. So you, it's a bunch of different chilies. You get all these dry chilies, you rehydrate them, you blend them, then you add that, you braise the pork for like 2 hours. Ooh, I let it sit overnight so it really cools down and it all kind of congeals.
Releases a bunch of flavor.
Then you make that masa the next day, add all your lard and your stock to it. And then you just spend, it takes maybe like 30, 40 minutes just grinding out, making all the tamales. And then you steam them for about an hour 15, hour 20. And they got to sit for maybe about 10, 15 minutes. And then they're good. They're very good the next day too. Today being the next day. They hold well.
How do you reheat?
I just pop them in the microwave to about like a minute 45, or just a minute or 45 seconds, then flip them, do like 30 seconds, and they're good to go.
Okay.
Good to go. Yeah, and I keep them in the corn husk or in the banana leaves, and you can freeze them. So I made a ton.
Wow.
I made like 50. So if you want to come by and have one or two, you're limited to one or two.
Okay.
As many as you want. You can come by and have some.
Here's a question. So whenever the Pentagon does something, the pizza delivery spikes in Arlington, Virginia, and now you've spiked the tamale production. Is there something you want to disclose that's going on?
You're talking about the Department of War. Anytime they do something,
Yeah, when the DOW does something, the pizza deliveries spike in Arlington, Virginia. And so I was just wondering, because I'm sensing a spike of the tamale production and the banana leaf procurement in DC now. And so I'm like, what's going on? Is something I should know about?
well, I would just say keep watching the news.
Good
Keep
advice.
keep a nice little eye on the news. I don't know about you, but I like to keep one eye on my work and one eye on the news. See what's
I like
going on.
to keep one eye on my friends and one eye on my enemies.
And that works perfectly.
Yeah, because they're usually the same.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Keep them
If
close.
you've heard my birthday stories. So, what is masa?
It's like a ground corn, like like the corn kernels ground, so it's basically like a flour, but it has the texture of sand. So you just pour that in, and it really, it's like dealing with flour, and then you just add stock and like lard to it. You can get these big things of like beef and pork tallow or whatever. You kind of cook those so they're like liquid, and then you just kind of like work them with your hands, and then at a certain point they become kind of non-stick. It becomes kind of like peanut butter consistency, but it doesn't stick to your hands. Yeah, and then you can just scoop it out, and then you just spread it on the leaves or your corn husk. Then you pop your meat in there, you roll it, put it in your bowl, and you steam it.
And how long did you say the steaming was?
Hour 15 is how I've narrowed it down. So fans will know I do this every year, and I keep notes because I'm a crazy person, but I only do it once a year. So I just want to try and improve. So I have kind of gotten it down that it is like hour 15 in my kitchen. How I do it is exactly what you need, and they're good.
Hour 15. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Now, is this a meal that when you make it and then you like pick up a jacket, you're like, oh, I smell the meal and the fiber. It's gotten into the coats.
It does. You can really smell kind of the corn and the mess, and like just the corn. You can just smell corn basically.
Okay.
Ground corn in the house, but it's only that. It's not like fried chicken, or if you do fish or something like that, where it's like a linger of like a couple of days. After a day, it's gone.
Okay. That's these are things I like fixated on during the pandemic, because I would make like fried fish or something, and I'd be like, man, it is everywhere right now.
Oh,
I gotta open up these windows. It will not leave.
Yeah.
And that was in a time when I didn't have a nice kitchen range and stuff. So like anything I cooked really sat in the place.
Yeah. You're out there cooking skunk.
Oh my God.
That's not going away.
Yeah, it's not going. I'm not even can you believe this place I live in now doesn't allow skunk? It's got a whole thing that says you cannot cook these foods in your kitchen. 1, skunk. 2, hedgehog. 3, gorilla paws. Just the paws.
And these are all.
4.
Keep going.
4, cheetah ankles. 5, lion's Rogaine. 6, antelope hips. 7, now and later alligators. And that's it. That's
it.
the list. Yeah.
Oh wow, that's a very long list. I did like hearing about Lion's Rogaines. I feel like I've seen that in a powder form in kind of the help section of Whole Foods. So I can see, and I'm guessing these are all just very pungent, and so they're like, listen, you're really making people angry. Yeah, it's all too gamey, too stinky. So please don't cook any of these exotic animals.
All right. I guess the floor's closed, so now we'll do some picking. Now, this is a new process for us because we are doing regime change. Mm-hmm. So we pick who goes first in the choosing.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
We pick who gets to choose, and that person gets to decide who wins. And we do that in a silent vote, and people don't get to hear.
Right. Okay. And it's so you'll be 1, I'll be 2, and then Bryan will be 3, and he's off camera.
Yeah.
Okay. And so we will silently now vote for who we'll choose. Okay. And so that was I would say because if the other person was here, they would have also followed your pick. And so they get to do the choosing. And I guess we'll have to wait until the next episode to hear about that. And that's kind of what it feels like for chefs to be at sea. We'll be right back after this.
Pod Chef.
Okay, episode 234, Top Chef, season 10, episode 13, Chefs at Sea. Right after Restaurant Wars, they said, you guys were gone. You went through so much. We got to put you on a cruise. Take us through it, Reaves.
Yeah, that's right. Episode 152 overall, episode 13, original air date, January 30th, 2013, Chefs at Sea. We open back in the stew room, and Brooke, she's shook. She's crying. She's emotional. She thought she was going to get eliminated. She dodged a bullet. And it's the final 5. We got Joshi. We got Brookie. We got
Joshi.
Stefani. We got Lizzie.
And Sheldon.
Is Lizzie.
Lizzie.
And we got Lizzie. We got Sheldon Nee. The 5 of them, they're left. And then there's also someone in Last Chance Kitchen, but who cares about that?
Kishi.
Mm-hmm. Can you believe we're already here? We're already at final 5. The season feels like it's flown by. In comes Padma and Tom. And they said, we got to get the hell out of Seattle. Some people want Tom here. He's got in with some bad crew. He made some bad deals. We got to get out of here. We got to get out of the cold.
Kicked out of a Washington Seattle Mariners game for wearing the wrong team's hat and made a big scene. So he said, I got to get out of this town.
He's like, this whole town does not want me here. They're all, I was like, I can't even go to the street. Like, we got to head north. We got to get even colder. Let's get on a cruise to Alaska.
Let's go closer to Canada and then destination Canada.
Yeah. Just get into that whole area of the world that we didn't really see in Top Chef DC. So yeah, this is another kind of ad for a cruise ship, though I feel like we don't get the name of the cruise line as much as we get which one is it?
Celebrities Cruise Line. Celebrity Cruise Line, sorry.
Celebrity. The Infinity Celebrity Cruise.
Because I think Stefan said it in a passive-aggressive way. He's like, run this Celebrity Cruise Line, whatever. It's okay.
There's a lot of interviews of Stefan where he'll say something kind of like that. And then kind of stare at the camera, and they let it linger a little too long before cutting off. I'm not really a fan. He's fine, problematic person, but he's fine. He doesn't need a little extra on the end of his jokes.
Says so many things this episode that you probably can't say anymore.
Yes. I mean, almost everything that comes out of that man's mouth, you cannot say anymore.
As soon as they go to their stateroom, go on the balcony. You ready for sexy time?
Yeah. Yeah. There's a whole bunch of stuff like that just it sucks. And they're like, we're adding a little comedy. It's not that great. But cruises. We've talked about cruises in the past. Because that seems to be a running theme in Top Chef. When they go somewhere, it's like, let's get on a cruise ship. They've done this multiple seasons for the finale. I guess it's an easy way to do this in between episode to the finale. Literally, our bridge to the finale is like, get on a cruise, take us to where we're going to go. So they pack up. By the way, Brooke is scared of boats. She's very scared of them. This is not a problem the rest of the episode. Should we learn about it at the beginning? I was anticipating she was going to be like looking over the edge, of the boat.
Freaking out.
Yeah. Yeah. Being like, oh my God, I feel like I'm going to jump or something like that. We were going to see it play out. We literally see it. Not at all. It's just her talking about it at the beginning and then never again. So they're on the boat. They're on the top, and the chefs head to the kitchen, and they are met by resident judge of Top Chef Masters and culinary heartthrob, Curtis Jones.
Dun, 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 dun. Curtis Jones.
Curtis Jones is invincible. He's also Australian. So the quick fire here, they're given 2 hours. It's very long. It's not very quick, if you're asking me. 2 hours, but they have to prepare 200 portions, which is, why are you doing this for a quick fire? Of a 1-bite appetizer that incorporates the iceberg lettuce.
Iceberg lettuce.
Curtis Jones burst the iceberg lettuce.
Pay-per-view.
White House lawn.
Brought to you by tariffs.
So everyone hates iceberg lettuce. It's just everyone being interviewed, talking about how much they hate it, how much they think it sucks, with the exception of Stefan, who's like, it's great.
I get the
on
joke.
my menu. Yeah, that too. There is a bit of a joke here, and some people did not get the joke. I don't know if they were being
I don't know what's
ironic
funny about
it.
it. Yeah. I don't know what's funny either about being on a ship and be like, iceberg. Remember that thing that hit that ship and all those people died?
Pretty fun. Because, on the ships, you see icebergs. And
it's funny, right?
Sometimes the ship runs into the iceberg,
Don't worry.
Pretty
There's
funny.
no orchestra on this ship.
You see that movie? About that boat?
You like
Love
Leo
boat?
DiCaprio?
Okay, so everyone starts prepping and cooking here. So the first stage really is just them looking for where ingredients are. They're in a completely different kitchen, so they don't know where anything is. They don't know where the ovens are. They find out everything is electric in the kitchen. So they're just trying to make sense of that. We cut back to the deck and we see Padma being serenaded by Curtis Australian accent Jones. And he's just like laying on his opinions on iceberg lettuce. He also is not a huge fan, but they talk about, the crunch. Iceberg lettuce, you can do a couple of things. It really is like, it's a little flavorless, a little watery. You get a little bit of lettuce flavor to it. Sheldon really doesn't like them at all. He kind of lists out a bunch of different ones that you can have that are better. But it gets a good crunch. There's not a lot of lettuce type products that get you a good crunch like that. So you can do stuff.
I like it if you want to do a healthier version of a taco wrap and you just want to wrap it in lettuce. I like a good iceberg leaf or two. Wrap it up. Crunch it up. Eat it.
Crunch. Yeah. And you know what? That's basically what everyone else was thinking. because Brooke does scallop wrap. Josh made iceberg rolls on a spoon. Lizzie decided she's just going to do a salad. So she's like, I'm going to do a salad
Thanks,
with some
Lizzie.
shallots. Yeah.
Thanks, Lizzie. Thanks for showing up.
Thanks for doing it. Stefan did some pastrami and cabbage. Again, it's like a wrap. Sheldon did a Vietnamese pork lettuce wrap. Looks great. But yeah, when Lizzie presents her dish, Curtis is like, it's a petty salad. It's a petty salad. And I'm like, did you mean pretty? It's petty? Like, was it openly judging what people were like wearing around them or something?
This salad held a grudge from 2 cruises ago.
There's a couple of interviews with the freaks on the cruise line that, they're all kind of elderly people wearing adventurers hats, and it's very clear to me
That's
that
a
it's
cruise.
a cocoon. Yeah, it's a cocoon situation. All these people are.
Have you ever been on a cruise?
I have. When I was 7 years old, it was a Disney cruise.
Which Disney? I've been on Disney too. The original ship?
Yeah, this one went down. I know it went down.
Wait, what do you mean it went down?
It kept going down into the ocean. No, I don't know. I don't know which one. Big Red Boat, maybe is what it was called. I think.
I don't know.
I don't know if that's Disney.
I think the first one was called Magic, like the Magic or something of the Seas or something like that.
Okay.
Because the trim is blue and gold, and it's got Mickey on the back with a little yellow, a golden paintbrush, like he's finishing up painting the ship. And they got the red stalks at the top. But I was on the cruise ship too. I don't know if I was at that age when we went, but we've both been on the Disney cruise ship. And then you haven't gone back.
No, I haven't been invited to go back.
Oh, that's right.
And not just by the people that I was taken on the cruise with, but the cruise lines haven't invited me to come back.
Yeah, the industry does need to invite you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's an invite-only situation, and I'm still waiting.
Yeah, that's tough because I'm going on a cruise this year, and I would love to invite you, but I have to run it by the industry first.
Oh man, that would really mean a lot to me if you could put a good word in on my name, because I just
sure.
It's been decades.
Yeah, I mean, if you're dying to get out on the water, sure, I can do that. Yeah,
and it's just like if they need me to go in and like apologize for some of the stuff I did when I was there as a 7-year-old, I can do that. I don't remember all of it, but I can do that. I mean, whenever it's like,
I saw the news. You bit a kid.
List. I did, but it was to show them how hard I could bite. There was a question of how hard I could bite. I was like, I just got new teeth. These new ones just came in. Let me show you how hard it is. And they were like, it's not that hard. I'm like, oh, it's hard. I can bite super hard. And
I'll never forget that scream that kid let out.
Yeah.
Gave me nightmares until I went on a new cruise.
So Sheldon wins with his Vietnamese lettuce wrap in shrimp and pickled iceberg hearts. So now the chefs get a little break. And this is what you were talking about before. Sheldon and Lizzie get a manicure. On the deck, we have Stefan, Josh, and Brooke. They're getting some drinks. They kind of make fun of, or not really. So here's the weird thing. They kind of make some half comments about Sheldon getting a manicure. And they cut to Josh, who's like, says something along the lines of like, men back where I'm from don't do that kind of stuff. But then he winks. So I'm like, this is a joke? Is this a joke? Meaning you get it? I think that's what you're saying.
Maybe that's what it was. But also, I don't understand the stigma. You should get your hands and feet cleaned. So,
have you done it?
Oh, yeah. I do it all the time.
Damn, dude.
All the time.
I have done Betty. And I just felt bad. I felt bad for the woman. Like, it's not good down there. Things are... I played a little soccer, so I got some rough feet. They don't look good.
Yeah. But that's why they need to be pampered and taken care of.
That's true.
They've been through a lot.
They've been through it.
Now me...
They need some retirement time. Go ahead.
Yeah. Now me, I don't feel bad at all. Because I came in for a service. Please do the service. If anything, I try and make them look awful so I can see the contrast between before and after.
They got like food and dirt under your fingernails. They haven't been
Dirt.
cut in a long time.
Yeah. Got homework in there.
Got the answers to your exam on there. Yeah.
She's always asking, do you want to throw this out? I'm like, what do you think? I said clean up. Of course I want to throw it out. If I cared about it, it wouldn't be down there. So yeah, I get manicures and pedicures.
That's good. So you hear it here first, fans, and then go out there, get it. You gotta get yourself cleaned up. You stop looking like a freaking dumpster, okay?
Yeah.
The chefs get a nice night out on the cruise ship at the restaurant named the Cuisine. The Cuisine. Excuse me. Cuisine. Yeah, so they eat some dishes. Who gives a shit? Then Curtis and Padma come and they're like, oh, you guys having a real nice night? You guys having a lot of fun? You just relaxing, not thinking about the competition? Curtis Jones is ruining dinner
on Celebrity Cruise.
Curtis Jones in Elimination Challenge. So the chefs for their elimination challenge have to prepare a creative reinterpretation of the classic surf and turf. Turf! And Sheldon, as the winner of the quickfire, is allowed to choose his proteins first, which then become off limits to the rest of the competitors. Also, the rest of the competitors can use proteins that one another picked, but they cannot use the ones that Sheldon. So not confusing, but just want to point that out there.
You know who I would have picked, or what I would have picked for Surf and Turf? Kelly Slater and J.K. Rowling. And now, is that something? Could that be a Surf and Turf?
Well, Sheldon has a really hard time picking out what he wants to use. So let's hear him kind of go through his options here.
It's really hard to plan something in your head when you don't know what Sheldon is going to choose.
So just pick chicken and canned tuna.
Yeah. Canned tuna and Spam.
And that's one.
That's one.
He's now started the timer. Thanks, Sheldon.
Yep. Great. He's over there on a freaking cruise, circumventing icebergs, and he's just throwing that word out there.
Yeah. By the way, that's where that guy hangs out, on cruises. So,
yeah, that's canon.
So
he loves it. He's starting Congo lines.
Cruise. Yeah.
Yeah, Congo lines, the best way for a traitor to kill one of the faithfuls. Traitors. Next day, the chefs arrive in the kitchen to pick their proteins. Sheldon takes a long time. He's thinking, hopefully not about what he said before. And he ends up picking lobster and beef tenderloin. And everyone's like, can't believe he picked those. It's so basic. And I'm like, that sounds good. Lobster and steak, that's what I want.
Yeah, I want that.
That sounds good.
Some things don't need to change.
No, and people shit on it. People shit on Surf and Turf, like, oh, it's so lame, or like it's a done thing or whatever. I'm like, it's great. It works for a reason.
Who is the person who someone goes, hey, for dinner, I know you can't pick the menu, but we're just going to give you a slab of lobster tail and a cut of beef fillet and in a nice sauce and some vegetables. I hope that's okay. And you're like, oh, again. Surf and turf again.
Yeah. Stefan's the one he's like, oh, God, that sounds so bad. And then he picks eel.
Yeah. And can I mention for Stefan to be like, surf and turf? Oh, my God, that's been done. Bitch, you just made Le Cordon Bleu fried chicken. Like, shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up.
You went with, and I mean, that really triggered Tom that he did cordon frickin' bleu. And then he's like, oh, I got to go back to eel and pork belly now. The perfect pairing. Whenever you think of pork belly, you think of put eel with it. Brooke picks frog legs and mussels. Have you had frog legs before?
I've had them once on my first cruise.
So they do have them on cruises. What'd you think?
And then, tastes like chicken.
Yeah, I grew up eating them. They're just like little chicken legs. Yeah, I don't mind them.
Yeah,
Lizzie has scallops.
Not a lot of meat on them.
No, they're very small. You know, that's the thing. When I look at frogs, and I'm looking at them a lot these days.
Yeah,
I look at them gams on them.
Mm-hmm.
Not very meaty.
Well, here's the thing. Why don't we go get some toad legs? Them things got some meat on them.
The toads. That's where the meat is. Why are we eating the frogs?
You ever seen the size of these toads? Gigantic.
They're huge, and they're driving everywhere. Okay.
Yeah.
We could just pick them up. You just go to the street, you see them driving freaking cars everywhere, and they're bad drivers.
Yeah, just jump on their head. Fine.
Josh also has pork belly and scallops, and of course, he's got to get bacon in there. Now, Josh's idea is he's going to turn a scallop into a pasta. And when he said that, I thought, how are you going to do that? How is that going to happen? And the answer is it doesn't. He just... He cooks them, and then you can see, like, I think he blend them, and then he kind of had them on the sheet pan, and then he was just like, I don't know what to do with this. Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, now I'm making scrambled eggs, scallop style, with bacon.
Which, I mean, I don't know. They thought it was good. It looked kind of gross. Yeah. And it sounds kind of gross, scallops.
Yep.
As a scrambled egg. But, more power to him.
Yeah.
Lizzie said, I'm going to take the scallops and the pig. And she doesn't want to mess up scallops for a second time. She did that before, and it was really embarrassing for her.
Yeah. She cut up that pig, and it seemed like Josh was kind of getting turned on by it.
Yeah, he was like, I need to excuse myself, okay? I'm making everyone mighty uncomfortable.
Seems that my mustache has straightened out. I'll be right back.
Let me go back to my room. Do not disturb sign. Need that. He's gross. So Brooke's frog's legs come out first. They don't even look at the frog's legs. They got beet sauce all over them, so they just look red. Everyone loves it. They're all like, this is great. Stefan is like, my dish is beautiful. So Stefan does, like I said, eel and pork belly. And apparently it's a thing in like Europe to like burn your pork belly. You like grate it and then you burn it so it's real crunchy. It's got a crunch, which we don't fuck with that here. Okay.
Yeah.
That's not how we do things here.
I mean, we want egg crunch, but not blackened.
Yeah. Not like Cracker Jacks. Okay.
Yeah.
And so he brings that out and then he leaves and then Tom's crunching on it. He bites once and he goes, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh. Patmos like kind of like putting her hand gently on his shoulder. She's like, are you okay, Tom? He goes, oh no. Oh, it happened. It happened. My tooth. My tooth.
Bring his second teeth.
Yeah.
Bring
And
out
so-
Tom Stanton teeth, please.
His wooden teeth. We get a nice explanation from Curtis on why pork belly is done that way.
It's a bit of a cultural thing. I mean, if you go to Australia or Great Britain and you order roast pork, it comes out with crunchy skin. They call it the cracklings, you know.
And I understand that, but I mean, it's beautiful people like you with strong fluoride teeth, or it's a guy with like 2 teeth gnawing on it in the corner. It's England, so it's different.
You just wanted to say
Shots fired? Yeah. I see through that.
I see what you did there. It's like, yeah, and like, you have immaculate teeth, great teeth, but also there are other people that don't have good teeth that do it. So everyone's like, what was the point of the first part?
Yeah.
Josh, like we said, ends up pivoting. He does the bacon and scrambled scallops. Flavor-wise, fine. They liked it. Padma said she didn't get enough scallop, but otherwise, very good. Sheldon, on the other hand, does the lobster and the beef tenderloin, and they say the tempura. He does the lobster in a tempura. He deep fries them. It looks great. It looks delicious. The steak looks great. Everything about it, I'm like, this looks tasty. But they're saying, I think there's a thing with doing tempura on this show where it's like you need to make it and immediately give it to someone. If you make it and it sits, you're done. It gets cold, they get angry.
Done. What's his name?
Also,
didn't even. He was like, "Why do people still think this is a good choice?" I like tempura.
Why does everyone keep doing it? It's a bad choice. They also were really pissed at the lack of dynamite in the dynamite sauce.
Hey guys, you're on a cruise. You can't bring that kind of stuff. Okay? So he had to cook with what was in the kitchen. And, you have an idea of making dynamite sauce, and then you go, anyone see the C4? Anyone? No? Oh, it's a cruise, so we can't have any? Well, there goes my sauce.
I'm just going to keep calling it dynamite, even though there's not any dynamite in it. I'll just explain to them, hey, I couldn't use the dynamite. They wouldn't let me carry it on to the ship as much as I want to, and I always carry dynamite when I travel.
And now, is this something, could Sheldon have come out and said, and it has Napoleon dynamite sauce on it? Because then you're like, oh, well, then there's going to be no spice on it.
Yeah. And then he could have said something like, gosh, or whatever.
Gosh, there's no dynamite. Oh.
Whatever he says. My wife.
Uncle Rico took the spices.
That's right, Uncle Rico. Uncle Rico, he's nice, right?
That's a different movie.
Oh, okay. Judges table here. All the chefs are out there. They don't make them wait in the stew room. They bring them all out. They glow over Brooke's dish. Ultimately here, Brooke wins for her mussels and frog legs with celery root and fennel puree.
Hold on, this is for Brooke. There you go.
This podcast is dynamite sauce. If we have an explosion thing too, that'd be great if we could use that as long as it's not too loud.
I have that.
Okay.
This is the best explosion I have.
Oh yes, I see you burned the lemon.
It's the guy that wanted to actually. Yeah. Okay. I almost said it and I didn't say it. The Stefan, his pork belly again was too crunchy. It was also very oily. The sauce was. So Lizzie, there's a whole thing with Lizzie. She does a spring roll kind of situation, but they don't steam long enough, so they just come untucked, and so that was a problem. They say, Lizzie, even though your food fell apart in our hands, that's fine. Get out of here. You're good to go. Josh, your, gloopy fish eggs were very tasty. Get out of here. So then it's just down to Sheldon and Stefan. And ultimately, Stefan is eliminated.
Stefan, please pack your knives and go.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Stefan.
I've cooked 65 dishes on Top Chef. And that's it. Of course I'm sad. I don't want to go home. No. Thanks for the second round. Buddy. Congrats.
Sheldon will see you and the other chefs in Juneau.
Thank you. It's me. I'm going. Is it really? Yeah. Come here. I've learned a lot on this journey of Top Chef the second time around. And in the end, it boils down to being creative. It's hard sometimes to be doing what you do every day, and you just, got to get inspiration somewhere. And this stuff is what Top Chef does to you. Bye, guys. Have a good one. That's the first one for me. Pack your knives and go, really? Bye, guys. Thank you. I'm not going home yet. I got one more chance to cook. See you in the Last Chance Kitchen.
Right now on Last Chance Kitchen.
Of course it is, wifey. I knew it.
We head out.
I'd leave that part in there. Of course it's wifey. I knew it. So yeah, that, Last Chance Kitchen.
She kicks his ass.
She embarrasses him, who he calls wifey. Kristen's, she's kicking ass and taking names, and Last Chance over there. So we're down to our final four. And where are we
down
now?
To the final
we did that
four.
in the previous episode, so you listen to that other episode.
Look at this. So this is how you know it's a birthday episode, right? Because it's right at the 1 hour mark. That's the gift from us to the listener. It's not an hour 15, not an hour 30. It's an hour. We did the whole thing.
You got to work. You got to work. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Turn it off.
Yeah. You got in your car and you listened to this and you said, I got to drive an hour to work. What am I going to listen to? Pod Chef. It's an hour and a half. And then you got this episode and they said, an hour? Wow. Yes, please.
Now I don't have to think the entire time I'm in the coal mine about what else happens on Pod Chef. I already know what happens.
I think we did a good job, Reaves. So we should pat ourselves on the back. I guess next week when Bryan gets back, he'll tell me about the gift he got me for my birthday. Until then, gonna pack our knives, and go.
This is fun. Absolutely. This is great, guys. You guys got something here. This is fun.
Thank you guys so much. I really, really appreciate it. And, y'all got a new fan. I love it. Love hearing you guys' commentary. So.
Okay, you might make the outro with that.
Yeah, clip it.